What is going on, everybody? Hope you are doing well. We are firing from the hip. Mrs. Rabbit, had to go to the store to get a couple things. And Mrs. Rabbit was like, you know what would be really great to do? Let's go eat. It was hours ago. My first thought was, you know what? 6 o'clock. It's established. But we did well. We got back just a little bit ago. I'll put this there. That'll work. That'll be fine. So we got back. Of course, the game is slow to load. But yes, as the title and description, I don't know why that... Dude.
I dream of it.
We still had the old...
threads of history and the myriad of
yeah, I have to make sure it's working. The old thumbnail update thing. I don't know. I checked. I swear to God, I checked. So, as the description said, and now the thumbnail does too, it's moving day. So, as I've said before, when Funcom announced that they were going to be migrating some servers and changing some things, I kind of understood why they would do that. They overbuilt it. It's widespread and, excuse me, there's all sorts of craziness. But that's where we need to be, of course, every time. So I understand that they're going to be dropping server counts, and it requires migration. Now, they said that they were originally going to announce in March which servers were closing, and we're now, in the tail end of March, and they pushed that back to April. Apparently, they said that because of some changes and some things they wanted to adjust from what they witnessed in the playtest server and on player feedback. But tell you what, we can go to it. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go to this. So we're going to exit to the main menu. And if you look at the servers, like Harmony is a very populated server. You can see it's got some medium. Same thing with Stoneheart. When you look at this, you see the Sieges, and here you go. There's Friends, and some of these are locked at this point. I have free movement within my server, but if you're not in my server, then you would witness, you would see it being locked here. And let's see if we go down. Eventually we'll find one. There we go. So here on Stepstone is locked, which means it can't be accessed. So a new player just starting the game or an existing player who wants to transfer would not be able to, because this is locked. And they stated that this isn't necessarily a predecessor or an indicator that a server is going away, but you know what? Writing on the wall makes me think of those people that, like, they find out like some psychotic murderer lived next door, and they're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that there weren't any signs. Yeah, there were. Oh yeah, there were. You just didn't notice them. So we're taking this as my beautiful, I think it's pronounced Pellucidar. It's going to be closing. Good population and not too crowded. Top tier 10 pop. Solitary. Nice. What does the Funcom plan to do if suddenly everyone returns and there aren't enough servers? Great stream. Thank you. I will try to have a great stream, and I would assume they will open more. From what I understand, it's they're kind of trimming back centers. So any servers that are hosted by...
Weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
We were only gone for 3 minutes. It's good to know. So one little center is hosting multiple world servers. They're not closing down, this one here, this one here, this one here. They're going to be closing down that whole center, which feeds a set group, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm not in there, and I don't know. But the whole point of the matter is I'm kind of taking this as writing on the wall that says that my server is going to be closing down. So we as a guild have started the discussions on where do we want to go. And we want to try to find the best fit for us by our play styles and what people want to do. So we've started sending some scouts out. Some people have some alt characters. They started up on other servers that we're looking at,
Sector
and
weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
because I'm a team player and I want to do my part, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. My shield just went down on my carpet. But we got to wait this storm out because it's going to play havoc on everything. But yes, so I am going to be moving. And what we need to do tonight is we need to tear this down because this is outside at our deep desert base. So we're going to tear this bad boy down. And we are going to clear it out. And then I don't think I have anything in here. I do not. But once we get this cleared out, we will head back to Haga. We've got just a few little things to do before we go. And then we are going to pocket our home base. And we're going to another server to see what things are like. By that, I mean we're going to be taking a look at population there. See, we'll do some fly arounds and take a look, see if there's people that have built bases, if we've got rotting husks of bases, if there's no one around. We'll probably do some siege hopping, go from different areas to see. We'll keep an eye on chatter. Your house and your deep desert chatter gives you an idea of how many people are around and what kind of people are around. We're going to take a trip to Arakeen and take a look at the market and see if there's a lot of stuff for sale and what the prices are. That's going to give us some insight as to the population there. Oh, look at all this junk. But, yep. And once we go there, we are stuck there for the week. So, we'll make the best of it. Probably going to create my own guild just to have access to Landsraad tasks. Because I do want to see that as well. There's a lot of spice involved in making one of them damn things. Oh my goodness. But that's what we're on board here for tonight. Gotten much faster at this, but it takes so long. Especially since I've full on inventory. I got a bunch of dumb stuff in here. I'm like at 142 for God's sakes. But we are kind of built for the task at hand. Not well, that's ridiculousness. That's taking up a bunch of spots. 36 is actually pretty good. That helps. But we made a very small base out here this week. Wasn't too large, wasn't too anything. For a good guild with a good amount of players, it's a good time to move. Yes, it is. I think so. Plus, with the mad rush, I don't want to get involved in all of that. Let's see. I barely used this thing when I was out here. Just made some fuel cells is all I did. Boop. Wow, we didn't even fill up. That's awesome. So what I'm doing here is we're just tearing machines down and I'm dumping them all in the same box. We're going to transfer all that to our carrier container, blow the walls, and head out of Dodge. I did do some preemptive management. There's a couple of these guys in here, but they're all for... I'll keep them in the container because I would prefer to. It's a good time to blow the desk stills. No, dose and trace. Even though that dumped a bunch on the floor. We're right here. Right here. I've spent several weeks just making stuffs. Raw materials. So we have plenty of that. I'm going to tell you what, we'll go ahead and transfer all of this to the storage container. You know me, normally I like to keep things kind of organized. I was about to say that I wasn't going to do that. Who are we kidding? I can't exist in that world. I'm not proud or happy with it, but it is what it is. I'd love to just move all this stuff over, but it'll be chaos. Can't have a chaos. Okay, so there we go. That's done. Let's break this. Feels weird to be tearing down a deep desert base this early in the week. Like, normally that is... I'm just going to pull that gun out for no reason. Normally that's a much later task, but whatever. Okay. I think you're empty, right? Please be empty. Good. And you should be empty too? Nope. Excuse me, it's got a little bit of spice in it. A little bit of spice sand. We'll just drop you right there. Alright, so now they're empty. Let's get you. Skadoosh, skadoosh. And yeah. And we'll blow up you. Oh. Got a little too ahead of ourselves there. Boop, 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 boop. Perfect. Alright, so I hid my water tanks here in the wall. Don't really need to use them. I can access them from that one little spot over there. So, oh my gosh, dude. Alright, we're going to move this box. Because... I'm too lazy to walk that far. I remember the first time I did this, it was like, it was a pain in the butt. We have gotten pretty good at it, to be honest. Haha, sword. Gotta tear that vehicle apart. I got more water tanks upstairs. I got some generators we have to go through. At least upstairs, it's not so bad. Got that generator up there. And then we got a couple things on the roof we're going to have to tear down. But you know what? We might just do that right now. Oh, I got another water tank over there. Yeah. Yay. So this bad boy's got a bunch of stuff in it. Holy cow. I just brought out a ton of spice generator or spice fuel cells. So we will put all of you in here because we'll make use of that, right? But I do have roof units too. I knew it. This is no fun, to be honest. I could just quick deposit from here on out. I don't know if that's going to get everything where it needs to go. But we're running out of time here. I'm not sure what we lost from right there, but can't be that important, right? Whatever. Storage, we'll put this to the carrier. We'll find them 190. That'll work. Oh, let's kill the power. $11. Yep. It's weird because, you know, I mean, I would see people. I wouldn't see them that often, but I would see people. So it wasn't like it was completely dead. But I mean, I guess I'm not a good judge of that. It's not up to me what's dead and what's not. I don't know what's making the noise. Let's see. So there's more up there, but they're going to be kind of hard to reach. So we just had a storm, so I think we'll be safe to get this bad boy out of here. That'll give us a lot more space to do what we need to do. Figured out. I don't know. What we can do is we can move this bad boy out here a little bit better. And then instead of figuring out a way to get up there and demolish all those tanks, I'm actually just going to take the floor underneath them. And that does the same thing, and it puts all the materials here. So, oh, I don't need to do that. I need to do that. Okay, let's make sure. I don't think there was any of this in there, and that's why it wouldn't transfer over. Okay, we're back to 101. All right, there we go. So those are gone. I believe I've already shut all these guys down. We might have a lot of water going to the ground. A lot. So we'll pull all the filters, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to bust. We're just going to break the floor underneath them. And that will get rid of all of those. I don't want to leave the filters in here, because if I do, then I have to come up here and pick them up. And if I'm breaking the floor, guess what's not there anymore? Alright. So we're going to bring this box up here. Come on. And then we'll just boom, 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 boom. Oh, we almost got it all. I gotta be holding something else. What's going on? Oh, the filters and all these guys, of course. Finally did it. We finally maxed it out. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go here and let's see. We'll put you there. A lot of duraluminum in my builds. A whole bunch. I can't honestly say that you get out of the duraluminum phase, you know? Because we got tons and tons of it. A lot of silicone blocks, too. We're going to bring you over. Because I know I got more silicone coming. Go ahead and pop that off. And then we'll go there. And I've just lost interest in maintaining order. We got stuff to do. Look how much faster we're going through this. Look at this. How are we doing here? 95 and 9,000. So we're doing great. Okay. Boop, you're gone. Of course, now everything's out of this box, so I've got to transfer most things by hand. And then I've got the last two rooftop units are right here. There is some lubricants in this, so we're going to go ahead and pull that. Normally, I wouldn't want my base to like shut down with me like standing in it, but there's nothing in here now except, well, there's still some stuff, right? Let's leave one of them running until we're a little bit closer to being done. And we're just going to fall because that's cool. Have ourselves an assault. That creates a problem because you can't pocket that. I'm going to have to take it apart. Technically, that's okay because we got to take it apart anyway. So we'll take this apart, stick it in a box, put it in the carrier. Say, God, I hope there's enough space. We're going to find out. So they say that you can transfer vehicles when you move servers. I don't trust them. So I'm going to actually disassemble all my vehicles, including the container. And we are going to take them over a piece at a time. Doesn't make sense. We're going to take them over in pieces. It's just for my own frame of mind here. So we have that. Honestly, it may not be too much longer before we're making new parts there, huh? Oh, I wish it could fly like this. That would be outstanding. So that is why I'm detaching. Currently, less than 30% of the servers have even one player on them across the entire game. They can afford to trim a few, maybe not that it appears to be right now, but somewhere in the 30 to 50 range. Yeah, Hamish. You know, I don't. I'm too close. What are you talking about? I don't know the specifics about it, and this thing looks crazy. Get that thruster off. Yeah, I don't know the specifics to it. Too close, huh? But I do understand why they have to do it. Oh, no. Oh, no. We couldn't fit everything. It's just a chassis we left on the ground? Yeah, just the chassis. Okay. So here we are. Might as well put this stuff over too. Well, I have a lot of room in this box. Okay. So we've got a carrier sitting on the outside. And honestly, we could tear up the entire top portion of this. Oops. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of forgot about having to do this to break down the deep desert base. I remembered it yesterday, and then I was like, "Oh, I got to remember to do that." And of course, you can see I didn't remember to do any of that. Okay, so you get to go, and these are kind of heavy. I hope this doesn't cause a problem. It's a little close. It's a lot closer than I would like. We're going to find out. What I'm talking about is the this cargo container running out of slots. I got plenty of space, but we are definitely running a little low. We're at 131, so I've only got like 19 spots left, and I have to at least get the sand crawler in there, but I think we'll be okay, right? So, when I'm going to demolish this whole upper floor, what I'll do is I'll kill my pentashields, just like that. And we'll go ahead and we'll stick those in the box, because there's some, that wasn't part of the pentashields, but some of these items I want to make sure not to lose, and I don't want them sitting up there. And then we're just going to take this whole lower level. Prefer to be doing this A in a still suit and B at night, but we don't always get what we want, right? Oop, and there we go. Oh, you forgot one. That is the strongest foundational wall ever. Look at that thing. It's incredible. And of course that built us up. Okay. Yeah, I don't have this in there. Oh. Oh, that was from where my backpack built up. Actually, I can just quick deposit that. There we go. I'm going to leave all of this right here, and we're going to go downstairs, and I'm going to tear up the last little bit of stuff that we've got down here. Namely, sand crawler, we got a water tank, and that should be it. Then we'll tear down the power, and life will be ready to roll. And we'll go back to Haga and see what we've got going on there. Detach. This might have been the last time we're using this stuff, guys, because holy cow, we took a beating. Look at this. The best it can reach is 34, and I'm at 38 on my treads. 36 on the engine. It takes no time at all before we start smoking and getting messages. So, to be honest, these, we have replacements, which is good, which I'm happy about, but yeah. Your vehicles will only automatic transfer if you wait for the server you're on to actually shut down. If you're moving early, you'll have to take them apart, put them in chests. Yep. That's exactly what I'm doing, man. Even if they said, no, don't worry, they'll transfer over, I'd probably break them down anyway. I'm, a trusting individual, and I try to believe in the best in people. But risk management, You're telling me it should work, or if I just put them in a box right now, it won't be a problem no matter what. Let me just go ahead and put them in a box. Okay, we're just going to dump. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Okay. 6. Still on detach. Also, I've said this before, some advice. If you're ever around this sucker, your carrier container, and you got your torch out, just check it. Because sometimes they take damage for no reason. I've never had this thing at risk. It's always been enclosed. So I'm not sure the I'm not sure that why it takes damage, but it does. We didn't trust the mechanics with waiting for the server to shut down either. That's why the whole guild transfers over to solitary last week. There you go. Same thing I'm doing. I'm not giving them the chance, you know. All right, we got a box up here. We're gonna start getting hurt because it's sunny out. So let's go ahead and we're going to get everything over here. But at this point, this 139 shouldn't change very much, right? Good. Great. Good. Already got these materials in there in a certain quantity. Well, that's going to go up, obviously. So is that. I got 9 slots left, guys. Worst case scenario, we leave the plastone sitting. You know? Who cares? This is the part where I start dying from heat stroke, as you can see. Just because we don't remember that we're playing Dune. Alright, skadoosh and skadoosh. There goes my shields, but life is okay. Alright, let's see what we got here. Still at 141, so went up to 144. We have 6 spots left, guys. Not good. I've been in worse situations. In this case, we do have the option of going through there, and we can look and see what kind of items we don't need to have in our big box. This thing. In fact, we'll take a look at it right now. Because we have plenty of space backpack. Obviously, bringing 450 of duraluminum is not going to work. But we can bring... Like, there's just 9 taken. In fact, we could leave this laying on the ground. We don't need that. We don't need this. We don't need that. We put this in the backpack. That frees up some spots. All of that does, because that was just tiny little amounts. This too. It's only 5. So now we're down to 140. That's good. Sounds like a spice just blew. Boom. You're gone. I can do a quick deposit here too. Awesome. What did I just do? This is why you don't quick deposit, man. Oh, it pulled all of these over. Silly. I think all my work just went away, didn't it? I don't have a good way to get rid of this. Oh, yes, I do. We could put it in here. Kill this box when it hits the ground. Just walk away. There's spice everywhere. Good God. All right, let's reclaim some space. We'll do it more legitimately than the way we just did. So all of these numbers are going to be real high. I don't want you, and I don't want you. I'll keep you in there. We don't want you. I don't want you. We're going to go ahead and get some spice residue out of there because we've got so much back in Haga. This is just materials. It's not going to bother me if I leave it laying on the ground. That doesn't need to be in there. Transfer that to the backpack, though. All right, that's pretty good. We're down to 134, so we just reclaimed a ton of space, which is awesome. Let's bring you over, but we're full up here. That should go. That's too much to hold. All right, so all that in there is just poopy junk. Don't care about it. So we're gonna break this box, and that made everything fall on the ground, and we just pretend not to notice, right? All right, let's get the rest of this base going. Always, always, always be careful when you get close to something else. I don't think this can be destroyed that way, but when you start clicking things like this really fast, really quick, that's how you break things that you didn't want to break. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's... There we go. Alright. We are full of blast stone for now. I'm not hitting the quick thing. Because we learned our lesson there, didn't we? Boop. Boop, 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 boop. And the base is about to come down, isn't it? Once again, we have this one amazing piece of wall. I guess. Oh, I must have had a Penna shield still up somewhere. You know what? I'm cool. We're going to go ahead and leave some stone here. This is our last gift to the deep desert of Pellucidar. So I just tore up everything I have. Storm's gonna get that. And now we got spice. I've hit this field a couple times out here, which is pretty good. Autopilot. I did not have any problems on my server. There was a moment where we had some kind of douchebag people, but you know, just avoid them. There's nothing you can really do about that. It's a multiplayer game. If you think about it, the minute you step out the door, you've got no control over the people you're going to meet. Besides not going to places where you know a-holes are going to be. Perfect example is we went to the store, Mrs. Rabbit and I, and we have no control who's there. So it's kind of mimicking life, if you know what I mean. Normally I would refuel, but I'm not going to because I'm not going to be able to keep this fuel. So it would just be wasteful, and that's plenty enough to get us back to the old Haga. I think chat is going to be the bigger indicator for me. I want to see how people talk and how they react with each other. Found a new love for these. I was never really big on sour cream and onion. Mrs. Rabbit bought it as a work snack. She brought them home because she was like, "Meh, freaking good, man." I kind of forgot how much I like sour cream and onion stuff. Sour cream and onion Pringles. I believe we've got somebody who wants in this room. So while we're autopiloting our way and waiting for heat to come down, let me grab the door. Is it Pickle? It sure is. Okay. Say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody. Me, Pickle. You all right? Say something. You're the most vocal cat, right? Mwah. There you go. Hates being held. Don't know why. He'll sit in your lap all day long. Hates being held. Now, there is the distinct possibility that this server will not close. They may change their mind, or, whatever happens, happens. I mean, certain enough that it's going to go through these steps, but so this might be our last view of the old stomping grounds. If they don't close it, then the rest of the guild's like, oh, hey, we don't have to move. We're coming back. Thank you. We are leaving some Landsraad stuff. Oh, we're leaving some Landsraad stuff on the board. I gotta go get my rewards from last week. I still haven't done that. I got one of them. If I don't pick them up, they're gone, and then I have to do the 14,000 again. So we're gonna end up doing that. Sorry. Let's see, which ones do we have? We have, I believe canola I picked up. So we've got Maros. Took screenshots of them. Napa Brums and Argasaz. So, like I said, I got 11 missions that I technically should do. It's going to be skill points I'm just giving away. I got to be honest at this point, I don't care anymore. I've done so many of these missions. The fact that I've lost 11 of them, you know what? I'll be all right. I'll make it through somehow. I just can't go to Blushing Cavern anymore. Not right now. I got other things to do. I don't know why the container there is jumping all over the place, but home sweet home, huh? Ooh, we came in kind of hot there. Unintentional. Maybe that's why this thing's broken. Alright, so we're going to park in a not so fabulous way, but it's enough to get in here and trap ourselves. Boy, we trapped ourselves perfect. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got the twitchy leg and everything. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, in preparation, what I did was I made a big row of boxes. We're going to take everything out of here and put it in here. I could disperse it where it's supposed to go. Because, you know, I have boxes for plastanium, and I have boxes for plastone, and cobalt paste, and all that silliness. But I want to try to keep the, deep desert stuff all together. So we're just going to empty it out in no certain order. There we go. Some of these materials are going to be way heavier than the others. Need that crap. I don't know why I'm bringing it. Alright, box 2. I may have to make more boxes. I'm not going to put the vehicles in, but we will put the water in. Oh, I hate doing that, especially in a situation like this where I was that far along. Do some agave seeds. We'll do all this stuff. Like I said, we're not going to do vehicles for right here. We'll store these dudes. More vehicle stuff. Guess I'll put some rockets in, right? Okay, so that's all vehicle things. Perfect. All right. So this box here, which, you know how they say you're not supposed to put all your eggs in one basket? I guess technically I'm going to. Because that's where we're going to put all our vehicles. So, boy, I hope nothing bad happens to this box, huh? Already got those replacement parts for the nasties on the sandcrawler. Plenty of space. Okay, 0 out of 150. So we have fit everything in there. We're going to take this bad boy apart now. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want to put any fuel into her. We really got to get up in there, don't we? And this will also be a good time to make some real assessment on vehicles. Say more than a few servers have dead chat. Duskwraith has active players, but I'd say it's mostly solos who don't talk. Long-time lurkers. Drive through Harko. You wonder, you know? As far as I'm concerned, however you want to play the game, play the game. That's fine, you know? Oh, wow. Oh, no, it's laying in there. But that doesn't give you the right to play the game in a manner that causes other people distress. That's not cool. I guess I dropped 2 of them. Wasn't paying attention. You know what? This stuff gets to go. Mainly because we're doing great in both. I mean, we haven't even hit 1,000 yet. So we're just going to drop everything in here. Clear up our inventory space a little bit. That'll be good. Badoop, detach some more. Get that big old thruster off. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna make the copy of my base so that I can just hop onto the world and everything will be just like it was. But I'm also not really married to my base design anymore. Over the course of time, you start to outgrow things, maybe want to change things a little bit. And one thing I've found with this is, like, my initial base usually starts out with that first room, the very first downstairs room. And everything just builds upon that. So if I start having a problem with the center, there's no way to fix it. There's no way to change it because everything's tied to that center. So I've been thinking about possibly when we do make our move, I'll still transfer this whole base over, but we might. Well, that thing looks goofy. We might build ourselves a new base somewhere as a new home. Perfectly good opportunity to start over. Okay. So now we got this thing. It's empty, so I'm tempted to leave it right where it is. Worst case scenario, if it doesn't make the trip over, I'll just build another one. I've got the resources to do it, so we could go ahead and see how that works. I wouldn't dare do it with a bunch of stuff in it, but you know what? We're gonna leave this one since it's empty. Maybe that'll be a good indicator as to whether or not our vehicles would actually make it over. This little guy is going to be our ride through the whole process, so we got to take the Firebird apart. Why don't we move you down? This will be good enough, right? This should go much, much, much faster. Too close, it said. Other than that, I'm not taking anything else apart. I'm not shutting any machines down. I don't have anything running. So we're not producing anything right now. I'm going to have to paint this thing again once we get where we're going. Cool. All right, so I've got boxes here that were just set up. You know, here's an assault thopter, etc. So, oh, it's like, dude, what's that? So over here, we're going to have some space to put. So this is a Mark V backup. So we'll go ahead and we'll drop our Mark VI stuff in here. Let's split you up. And I'm just doing this to create a line between them because I'm not bright enough to... There we go. This way I don't have to look. The less I have to think, the better. All right. So that's torn down. That's torn down. Everything else is good. And we're just going to keep working our way down. The only thing that I should have left here... Oh. Because we are going to be going at it on our own a little bit, I want to make sure everything I have is in awesome shape. to the point where we're also not going to, like, this one's great. So that's good. Torches are a little questionable. And we're going to make good use of them. But I know in some of these boxes I have extra torches. I'm going to carry extra fuels. I don't want to lose that just in case bad things happen. And we got a still suit plus our regular armor. So we should be okay. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to repair everything. And we'll... one less thing to worry about, right? Now, worst case scenario, let's say we get over there and bad things happen, right? And we can't transfer our base. We can't get at the place. Oh no, what are we going to do? We'll just put down a regular sub beef, make a little temporary base. It's only going to have a couple things. We need water. We'll need the ability to produce the power. We'll be back to the old days, except we'll have tons of stuff. But we're going to at least have the ability to survive a little bit in case bad things occur. I think I've already made one of these guys. Base reconstruction tool, right? This tool is used to save and restore structures, allowing for long-term storage, base administration. So, base reconstruction tool. I know I have one. I don't know where it is. And I don't want to, at this moment, go digging. So, we're just going to make another one. But this right here is the key to everything. This is going to shrink it down so we can stick it in our pocket. And that's what we're going to carry it with. So I'm going to go ahead and craft one. And because of those production bonuses, boy, that stuff goes quick. And here in this box, I'm going to get rid of my combo deep desert base. I don't need to carry that around. And put you up here. We're loaded heavy, but that's the way it goes. That's down there. Last thing we got to do. We got to take that bad boy apart. I think we can stick it in this box right here, right? Roll. If I were to lose this, it would be okay. I mean, it's Mark 6 buggy, which would suck, but I don't think there's anything on this one that's like, yeah, these are all, this is just a stock buggy. That's what I use to cruise around Haga. We save the bigger boots and the super awesome cut arrays for deep desert fun. And boop. Okay. There we go. Things off. I know my plastanium boxes are full. I know my melange box is full. So we're going to see what happens there with the transition. Boy, it's just creepy. So a couple things they say that you want to check is you want to make sure that everything is on a foundation, because if it's not going to transfer over. What they mean by that is you can sometimes build stuff out in the sand. It doesn't have to be attached to a foundation. For instance, like this little section here in the center does not have a foundation under it, but it is attached to two pieces that do. So that counts. But if this wasn't a foundation, it was just walls, it is possible to put some machines, generators, wind trap type stuff, a little farther away and a little out of bounds there. But everything on our base should be attached to a foundation of some sort, water sealed, so we don't have any craziness. Let's look at our Landsraad. It's the worst I've seen. 1-0, might get 2-0. Yeah, let's take a look at my Landsraad here while we're talking about it. So most weeks we only have 1 or 2. So it's good to see these guys are coming back. I'm thinking they're coming back just for the transitions. But we solidly win this all the time. We've got some people looking at other servers. One of them, they brought up the Landsraad, and the Harks had actually won a couple of the houses. So that's like huge, dude. That's like awesome, because we haven't seen that in forever. It was several weeks ago they rallied and won the Landsraad. But I'd say in the last 6 months, that's the only time they've ever won. It's just not enough of them. So hopefully when we get where we're going, we'll see 5 and 5 on both sides, which will be great. And we'll see, you know, some green and some red, a little bit of competition for it. Yeah, we have people to find though for right now. So I need to find, let's see. May have to bring up the old Google because I don't know them well enough offhand. And they're the oddball ones. It's a good chance they aren't even here. I gotta go see some houses. Oh, there's one I gotta go see. Perfect. This would also be the time that if, you know, I need to go buy anything, or if, well, obviously cashing in, that's what I'm doing right now, but after this, I need to go see Nova Bronze and Maros. God, I hope they're not out in the deep desert, because I just left there. It's nothing like saying about how this is the last time I'll see this deep desert, and then going back to the deep desert. I had good times on this server. It fit me well. It was quiet. I was mostly a solo player. Could just do what I wanted to. Keep to myself. Didn't get involved in too many things. And it worked out, you know, pretty much the way I liked it. So I hate to see it go, but I understand why they have to cut it down. Alright, so my mark is a little bit off. But if I remember correctly... Oh. You over here?
Oh, good. You're back.
That sincere, or is she being snotty?
House Argosars is always true to its word. Here.
You know what? I think she's just kind of, she's just kind of short with her words. Alright, so we need House Maros and Nova Brooms. So let's do a quick, because I don't know where they're at. We'll bring you up. House locations. Thank you once again, Method GG. House Maros. Maros is in the deep desert. And we're in the western Vermilius Gap. for Nava Bros. So one is here, and the other one we got to go back out to the deep desert. Look at you. I wonder if that would be a new player. I don't know how it could be. Supposedly we're locked. Where in the Western Vermilius Gap? It's been a long time since I've hung out here. My original base that I built when I first came over from South Haga was right here. I built it to encompass this whole rock section here, so on the inside, that's what it looked like. I killed those guys so many times, and it was really nice because this testing station is right here. And I was able to farm the heck out of that for materials in the very beginning. But yep, it was right here. And there's also, if you look, can't really see it, but there's tons of water, which is why I chose to be here. And then eventually, we just overran the need for naturally occurring water. We found them. We were able to make it ourselves and harvest it from peoples and rooftop units, and flowers and dew reapers didn't mean anything anymore. It's sad. Alright, lady that lives in a cave somewhere in this big patch of rocks in front of me. Let's see if we can find her without too much of a hassle. There's a cave right there, but I don't know if that's going to be what we're looking for. They aren't normally hidden, you know what I mean? You may not be able to see them from every direction, but easy there, big guy. Hey, hey, hey. So, it's a little hard to get it, but you can see that it's 235 meters down. Are you in this? I know it says she lives in a cave, but it seems a little too much of a cave, right? Yeah, this is too much of a cave. I'll leave it parked in there. It's safe. Up. All this for a colored swatch, man. There she is. Oh, I told you guys a story before. This is the one where I stood in her campfire while I was looking at the words going by. I ended up dying because I came running in and stopped right in there.
What business do you have with House Novabruns?
You owe me stuff.
House Novabruns always pays like for like.
Okay, thank you. Definitely like that engine. And swatch. I'm going to go to the deep desert. We're basically in the middle of the map, too. This is really no good way. We're just going to keep heading dead west. That'll get us out. Friends of existing players can join locked servers. Really? That I was not aware of. So I think House Maros is supposedly in A8, which is right where we were. We should have got that from before. It's Mrs. Rabbit's fault. It's my fault. Mrs. Rabbit didn't help there because I kind of planned. I was out doing yard work today. Gross. But I had to put on a car cover, and we had to get all the leaves out of the flower beds and around the garage and all that stuff. Later, bud. Okay, so House Maros. Then we come back, and it's base time. Could make you sit through 11 missions of Landsraad stuff. I wonder if they're going to keep. I mean, it's quite possible they could keep. The reason I say that is I'm not deleting my character, I'm transferring. But I will lose access. Excuse me, I will lose access to Landsraad stuff until I make a guild. Alright, so they should be. I don't think they're going to be on the map, but they should be over. Like over in here. I could draw a picture of where they stand because I've rolled up on it on my buggy all the time. Could be right over here if I'm not mistaken. You can see the campfire. I got a pretty good view overall. Oh, sir.
I assume you're seeking the ear of House Maros.
Nope, just wants your rewards.
House Maros always repays a
And we got a bunch of stuff that I don't really care about. Jolt sword, but still. That's what we came here for. Okay. We will take one more longing look at the fun times we had in our deep desert. Okay. Am I a little concerned? Absolutely. Because you never know what's going to happen. Other people have done this and had no problems. I actually watched a person do this. He was streaming for me. Well, he wasn't streaming for me, but he was streaming, and I got to see it. It was very quick, very easy, very simple. Doesn't mean it's going to be for us. Oh my goodness. This also is kind of prompted us to destroy our monastery base down in Shoal. We ended up getting enough jasmium to last us a lifetime. Well, maybe not a full lifetime, but pretty close to a lifetime. And we already had quite a good amount of duraluminum made, so you get to a point where you keep making this stuff, and then, you know, I mean, you need duraluminum for machinery and for vehicle parts and for gear, and then you move to the plastanium stage, And there's still certain amounts that you're going to need. You go out and build a deep desert base, and you need to put some wind traps on the roof. You need duraluminum. But you get to a point where you're like, okay, well, I have all the stuff that I need right now, and all the boxes are full. So if we change our mind, or we decide to build a couple extra things here and there, I've got plenty. So why am I doing it? What do I need it for? But we did that, and we also tore it down because we knew we were going to be transferring at some point. So there's no point in bringing it along. And it just it served its usefulness, and now it's time to move on. Speaking of moving on, here we have a base reconstruction tool. Now, I have gone in here. I've taken down all my vehicles. I don't have anything freestanding. Everything's attached to some sort of foundation. So theoretically, I click the button. Ain't nothing but a thing, right? Yeah. Warning, you are about to back up your base. If you do this, the base will be fully removed from the world. This includes the sub-beep console, all placeables, and all building pieces inside the structure. Do you want to continue? Okay, so it did not bring the vehicle along. As you can see, she just fell down to the ground. I don't think I can do anything with that. If I am not mistaken, breaking it down is going to be far heavier than I can carry. And in fact, I'm not entirely sure. I don't like that. That needs to have a mark or something there, guys. Pretty sure if I try to break this thing down, I will not be able to carry it. I can carry it. Okay. Thank you very much for the backpack volume increase. All right, we officially do not have a home. I probably should have drank some water. I got a liter, John Poole. That'll be good enough. And she is gone. I would assume if I hadn't broken up the other vehicles, they would have done the exact same thing as that carrier one did and just popped to the ground. So, last couple looks. I never saw this person. They built kind of like a Japanese castle looking thing. It's really cool. Always admired that. Never saw him. Saw this person once or twice. Looks like you got a problem here, sir. Your base is falling apart, man. They lost the whole front side. That doesn't make sense. Sorry. I'm very confused as to what's happening here. Why is this base deteriorating the way it is? Man, that's a shame to see you go. Man, look at that. They had plants and everything. Jace, do you need some Solari before you go? I can give you 5 million. No, I'm good. I got 26 million, I think. 24 million. So, I got plenty. Man. dude, this base has been here almost as long as I have. Wow. All right, so here is one thing that I am not 100% sure of on this. So we're going to go and we're going to find a nice little spot where we can chill for a bit. We can look at some menus. You know what, before we do that, I'm going to hit the bathroom real quick. So, there's a copy of Heligus. Yeah. It's been going down since January, really? That's a shame, watching it break. I'm going to hit the bathroom real quick. So I'm going to hit the be right back thing, and then we're going to talk about what I want to talk about here. So I'll be right back. Get out of the way. That's far from out of the way. Didn't you say something? Meow meow? Meow meow? Oh, yeah. That probably sounds horrible for everybody. Okay, I gotta get you down though, alright? I love you whole bunches. You just chill back there. Sorry about that, folks. Little cat introduction. Oh, no, stop. You can't do that. You can't do that. Makes terrible noise. Oh, that's not good. Oh, bad things. Man, we almost paid a hell of a price there. All right, well, we got down here in the ground. Take your shot, Pellucidar. That's your last thing. So here is what I don't pickle. Dude, no. Come on. That's it. It's enough. You're going to get kicked out of the room if you do it from here. Here's what I don't know. From this menu, I can hit escape and transfer character. I can also do it from the main menu. And I think I can do it once I hit the overland map. And I'm not sure which one I'm supposed to do, actually. I think we're going to do it from this screen. What's the worst that could happen? We lose everything? So yes, you can see North America, Pellucidar, Yarakuan. So if you planned on stream sniping me and being sneaky, it ain't gonna work anymore. But here we go. On transfer, you will only retain the contents of your backpack and Solari items stored in your bag. Tools such as the basic reconstruction can be useful for transferring the vehicle world. Character and exchange listing will be deleted, and you will lose access to all vehicles and subpeeps on the previous world. After a period of time, all remaining resources, vehicle subpeeps will be abandoned. Transferring to a new server may require a transfer token, which I have one. Your account can have a maximum of one token, and will regenerate over time when used. You will be asked to confirm transfer when selecting a new seat. Return to the server browser to continue transfer. Okay, so what it's saying here is that I'm only going to retain the contents of your backpack. What scares me about that is I'm not in my Thopter at this moment. So am I going to keep it? I don't think I would have, would I? Let's see if that does something different now. Sorry, stored in your bank. Tools such as the base reconstruction, vehicle backup tool. Alright, so I think what we need to do is we need to hit the ground. Oh, not in front of them, though. Alright, let's get up here where no one can mess with us. I believe, unfortunately... No. I don't think... I believe in my backup tool, I've already got a vehicle. I think my sand bike is in here. And I don't have a whole lot of space, do I? We may have miscalculated, folks. Yep. So I have to put the Thopter in or I'll lose it. So now I have to choose between one or the other because my inventory is super full of all the stuffs that I got from the peoples that I was talking to. Is there anything here that we can drop or get rid of? Because I've only got 4 slots. So... Do you remember that part where I said make sure you break down all your vehicles? Do that. Don't be like me. Okay, so I can break that off. And I can break that off. I think I've got space for one more. So I've still got that and the base unit, but my backpack is currently full. So what can we lose? I don't need those. I don't need those. Not sure if I need that. I don't need that. That should be enough, right? Oh. Okay. Backpack is completely full, and I gotta pocket this bad boy here. Okay. I'm gonna heal, though, for no reason whatsoever. Switch to vehicle backup. And boop, there we are. So now, just a lonely boy stuck out in the sand. Scared, alone. Very sad. And now, I believe we do this. Because everything's in our backpack, including all our base and everything we own. So the base reconstruction, the replicator, and vehicle backup tool can be used for transferring. Alright, so I think we're good. Wired, you confirm that? Am I screwing up? I know you're watching. I can't learn the schematics because I'm the only way you can learn them is in a base. So all I have is to drop them. I'd have to make a new quick base somewhere, like throw something down just to learn the schematics. I'm okay. Why did that all fall there? I'm out of space. All right, we're going to have to make a new sand bike when we get there. This was a Mark V bike, so I can make a Mark 6. And I've thought about making a Mark 6. Yeah, these things have no weight value. That's the problem. What's so heavy? What is so heavy? Is it these things? They're only 3s. Oh, that's why. Could have got 125 freaking volume eaten up by a stupid cargo container. Sand bike or cargo container? Which one would you go for? Trade post and learn them there? You know what? I've got a trading post right over there. But even if I do, that's still not going to solve the problem because these schematics, they take up no space. They're slots. Slots aren't the problem now. The problem is this guy's eating up all of my inventory space. Even if I drop some of this stuff, I don't need any of this. So I guess if we really wanted to, we could get rid of it. You know what? We can drop some fuel cells. See what that does. What can I pick up? I can pick you up and you. Oh. So I'm 8 short. Let's get rid of a trashed one. And it's just 1. That's nothing. 2.5, that's 5. Why don't we split this? We'll bring you over here. There we go. We solved our problem. So I've got Syndicate boots, multiple pairs. UA's Reaver gloves, I have those as well. I have 2 of the 5-finger triple shots, and I think I have at least 1 of these. These are all ungraded materials that I'm getting from the Landsraad, so it's not like it's the biggest, best, or worst thing that could possibly be happening. So technically, this is going to cost me some schematics I'm not going to use, some fuel cells. That'd be nice if I didn't drop them, and 25 improved Holtman actuators. I can live with that. I mean, I could try to find another 2.5 volume, but I think we're in good shape. So all the preparing in the world, I still wasn't quite ready, but at least we'll save the bike too. So the issue, honestly, was this. Maybe next time I do this, well, yeah, next time I do this, I'm going to tear down all the vehicles, but it probably would have been better to not test it with something that's 125 volume that's eating up every bit of free space I freaking have. Live and learn. So when you do this, if you have to, don't make sure you take apart your carrier container, your cargo container. But this is okay. I can live without 25 improved Holtzman actuators. We're going to die, so let's get over here. And now, Wired, you want me to be in your party? Why? Are you here? Oh no, I got my sand bike parts, so everything's cool, dude. Thank you though. That's why you join a guild, guys. That's why you join a guild. Yep, we'll talk. Are you around me? No. All right, let me tell him that I'm good. Okay. So I just let him know we're actually in great shape. The only thing I'm losing is some Holtzman actuators and some schematics that I've already got and don't need. Do I have at least one fuel cell in my backpack? I sure do. Brand new, big full one, because I'll need it when I get over there, right? Because the Thopter's not going to have any power. So, you know. I could use the big bolt and Arakeen. We're trying to do this a little bit by ourselves here, though. So, drop some nonsense item I was carrying. Okay. I think he's here. Let me go ahead and do the party invite. Did it go away? Oh. There you go. Is he here? Is he spying? Oh. Wired, you can have all this stuff that's in this little box. It ain't nothing. That was just what I picked up from talking to the Landsraad people. Probably should have gone into the big base beforehand and dropped all that shit off. Made me say bad words. Did you hear that, Kitty? I said bad words. Where are you at? There's Wired. Hello. If you want, you can pick that stuff up, man. That's all I'm leaving behind, and I can live without that. I got at least one backpack, one fuel cell in the backpack. We're good on water. I got a sand bike if I want to make one. Base reconstruction tools right there. It's preloaded, so I think we're set to go. Yeah, it was just the mistake of not breaking down the carrier that did things so poorly. All right, so now we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. I want to trade. What do you want? You try and give me money? Yeah, I knew he was going to give me money. I will give you 1. He's giving me money. That's out of the guild fund so that we can do stuff on the market and things like that. So. Okay. Goodbye, cool sir. I will see you shortly, I guess. That is one bad thing about doing this, scouting out. I'm going to be a wandering soul. Not going to have anybody to hang out with. I will be completely solo all over again. I'm still on Discord, so I'll still be talking to everybody. And they'll keep tracking me through Steam. They'll kind of watch and see when I go to the market, when I look at some bases, etc. I'll take some screenshots and send it up. But it's basically just I'm scouting out a potential server that the rest of the guild might want to go to. So without further ado, character will remain in the world. We're going to wait. I don't trust Wired. Yeah, I trust Wired. Wired is a good guy. Oh, man. Three, two, one, and we're gone. Okay, so here I am. And I have been told to go here and see what it's like. Not real specific on the siege because you can jump around. Haha, jump around. So it doesn't matter which one we go to. I could just go back and do like the Yarakuan, just like I was before. Not sure whether or not we're going to be staying here or, everybody else, like, once I decide, hey, this is what it's, yes, moving to a more populated, well, checking out more populated servers. We might end up not staying here, so I'll have to do this whole process all over again if the results of somebody else's scouting is so much better. So really, none of this matters. I'm thinking Rafana, right? Right there. This is my character name. I want to change this. I'm really hoping I can. You're supposed to. But, Siege Rafana, here we come. On transfer, you retain the contents of your backpack. It's the same stuff that it said, and I'm gone. This action cannot be undone. So I have to type in transfer. That's interesting. Transfer. That's good. Because there's no way to accidentally do this. Enter valid name. I didn't know when I first created that name that it meant anything. I thought it was an in-character type name. You know what I mean? So I didn't put... Now, this is what my actual, Dune account name is under. I just put in the other thing because I figured that was what dialogue they were going to use. I didn't realize that was what people in chat would know me as and everything. So, super excited about this. And hopefully there isn't another one out there. This may take some time. Man, we hit it right there at the end of the chorus music. That was pretty good. Character transfer successfully completed. I can now join the siege. So, I am no longer a member of my old server. I am now on this one. And there I am with a new name. There we go. If I don't want to back out of this because I'm kind of scared right now. So we're just going to join. So far, so good. Now, the issue will come is if I... Bon voyage. The issue will come is if my base location is already taken, which is a valid concern. There's another good thing about me scouting is I can then go to areas where different guildmates have bases. We could check that out early. So instead of, like right now, I'm the first one from my guild to come here. So we don't know anything about this place. So who knows? There are worms here, that's for sure. Alrighty. So we're going to hit this. We're going to bring this out. And I'm thinking this is why I needed fuel cell. No, I got fuel. Location discovered Griffin's Reach. Well, all of this is normal, so that's good. Okay. So, first things first, we're going to head to our base location and see if it's there. So far, it looks exactly the same. It's going to. A lot of your mid-level or mid-progress players are going to be in this area. So if you see bases in here, this is usually a player who's about halfway through the game or so. You get your first start over in Haggard Basin South. Most of your latter portion of the game characters and players are going to be up here. They're either going to be in the the rift area or the shield walls. So we'll take a look there. Boop, 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 boop. Now it's looking good right now, but I got to be honest, this game doesn't render that quickly. So, all right. So I've got a neighbor potentially. I have a storm coming in. Looks like it's gonna scrape high. That's new. Back in my old siege, this wasn't here. Oh, there wasn't anybody here. Spying on you. Double thopters, triple thopters. This one looks like it's built big. Either big for the assault or possibly they have a carrier. Then we got another base right here. Not built very large, but we've got at least one thopter and another. I don't see anybody along the wall. I haven't been warned about this storm, so I think we'll be okay. It looks like it's cutting across the top, but that's kind of weird that it would be cutting across the top like that. There's nothing up there, really. Let's see if we can get eyes on it. I don't want to do anything too silly. The lady ain't warning us, but I don't know. Technically, we may not actually live here yet. And then we got this ship coming down. So let's give it a second. We'll fly over here. That's going to kind of be annoying. I understand why it's doing it because, you know, I am new here technically. But why do you give me, you know, 100%, 93%, 56% completion rate, and now I'm finding everything new again? Alright, looks like that's going to bypass us completely. So now we're going to do the big thing. This is the big question that people have is how easy is it to place your base after you move? So I can't honestly say that I know exactly where my base goes here, but I've heard that they have made it relatively painless. So we are about to test that theory out. Alright, so we're looking sideways at my base. I don't quite know why that's occurring. Foundation beneath terrain, obviously. Placement blocked by another object. Not entirely sure what other object we're talking about. Toggle on snap to origin. Let's try that. That's pretty easy. You're about to place a base in this world. This action is not reversible, and you will have to wait 7 days until you can back up this base again. Wow. Okay. Looks pretty good to me. All right, so like I said, I didn't have an exact idea of where I built this. I mean, I knew it was this area, but height-wise, etc., I wasn't sure. That snap to original is incredible because it placed it, where I had no idea. I hadn't honestly paid attention to, how high or low these foundations were here on the front landing pads or the sides. I know that I'm kind of built on a bit of a slope. So like you can see, it's not very thick right here where these foundations are put in. And same thing over here. But once you get out towards this end, in order to maintain that same level, these foundations are way higher up out of the ground. I knew that, but I didn't care. Like, it didn't matter to me. I didn't think about it. So the fact that that snap to original allows it to get right back on, that's good on them. No notes, So we definitely have power because we've got Penna shields up. It looks like it's in exactly the same place. There were some issues with this base. Like right here, you'll see this corner. I end up touching the rock wall here, and it does come through the building. So would have been nice to have moved that. I guess technically I could have done that at this time, but chances are, I mean, I've already worked around it, and we're getting close to the rocks on this side, so that's fine. I mean, it's no better or no worse than it used to be. There's some clearance space back here for people to get stuck if they ever try to mess with me. I don't know. That's just the way it came out. But so far, it looks great. That snap 2 thing is incredible. So now we're going to come in here and we'll just check some boxes. Like, I don't really know what was in this, but it was a bunch of this junk. So that kind of makes sense. Let's go take a look at some stuff that I absolutely knew are completely full. So I know this box is full. And it still is. And I know these 2 boxes are completely full. Still is. Still is. Okay. I got all my monies. Let's go take a look at the sub beam. 25 days. I should be able to click this and it should go up to 31. That means it's able to access stuff. Perfect. Okay. I mean, I don't know what to say. Nothing really to say, I mean, so guys, here now you can see I could research it because you have to be at a base or a safe place in order for those to be able to be researched. So I am not upset that we left some things behind. Okay, tell you what. We're going to go in here. And we're going to drop this stuff off. This is what we should have done before. And then that way it wouldn't have really caused a problem. Let's just go ahead and get the schematics out too. And the money. So we got our sand bike here. And we've got our carrier piece. So we're going to go upstairs where it belongs. We're going to drop that carrier container. These should all be full, right? Okay, so this doesn't go away. That's interesting. I didn't know whether or not it would. It wouldn't have surprised me if it was consumed just like the base reconstruction, like the base pattern, the Solido. that you do. So interesting. But okay, so we're going to assemble this. Cannot be placed. Okay. All right, so it looks like we lost all our welding stuff, but is that where it was? Hey, we found it. Worse things than having two of them. Let's see. We might be using a lot of this, guys. What I may do, like I said, I kind of have some problems with the base as it stands now. It's a little good, a little less functional than I would prefer, and in some cases, it's going to be just too difficult to change. What I was planning on doing was, if this didn't work, we just build a new base. But because I don't have a deep desert base, and I also don't have a shoal base anymore, we can, if we wanted to, make a another subfief someplace else, build it, transfer everything from here over to that, and see how it goes. But so far, so good. Let's get this. Oh, sorry. Let's get the. I don't know why that's happening. Oh, is it just because it needs the chassis? Okay. Personally, I'm on the lookout for any kind of can't figure out depth type thing. You know what I mean? Missing the main hull. Well, the main hull's right there. Calm down. Okay. There we are. We got a bike. We're going to go ahead and hop on it, and we're going to have to refuel it. Now, I will get to rebuilding the assault and my carrier, my crawler, all that other stuff. We'll get to it in a minute. I just wanted to get the inventory clear. Now you'll see we're back down really low, which is super awesome. I am going to change clothes here, and we are going to drop into a still suit, because still suits are not offensive. When you come dressed in armor, you're looking for some fighting. We are not. We are just kind of observing. So far, I haven't seen a single chat message, which means there's nobody really on proximity. Let's take a look. Okay, so I got nothing locally going on here. We are going to tell you what we'll do. Before we get too crazy, we're going to go in here, and we're going to go to guild. And I'm not a member of an existing guild. So for 1,000 Solari, which I've got a ton of, we can create a guild. So I'm going to create a guild. And the guild name is... have to be where you're water sealed. Like Harco, probably stations if you're water sealed, yeah. Rocks do count as closing your base. My base is built into the rock wall. If you tried to place it manually, it would go up 1 or 2 blocks more. The snap, you didn't, yeah. I don't even know what to put here. I hadn't thought about it. Oh, we're at the 2-hour mark. Good enough. Yep. Okay, so the reason I did that now is because I'm the leader of the Server Scout. We are a neutral faction. That can't be, right? Yeah, we're a good faction. Okay, so that gets me access to this. So liking this, the fact that we're seeing 4 and 4, not liking this. So that kind of looks the same as my old place. We still have a good number of people here, but there's nothing happening that way. I did keep them. How awesome is that? So I don't know what this means. Both guild faction alignment and progress in the faction journey are required to participate. Oh. Problem solved. That's what it means. You have to pick a side. Let's see here. 70,000, 70,000, 70,005. Interesting. I mean, it stops once you kick it, but yeah, they're all the same. All right. Well, that's one report. It's absolutely no different than where I came from. Let's do a quick run here. So we've seen a couple people in the area that we go to. Like I said, this is where most of your end game people are going to be. It's just because it's closer to the deep desert, and it gives you access to these materials up here. So we see this base right there. It's got some big hangars, but nothing in them. Oh, okay, we just weren't close enough. Interesting. Got another base over here. Oh, there we go. These things aren't spinning. Power's on, so he's got some inside generators doing something. Oh, he goes way down. Interesting. I mean, brutalist, right? This boy here is a fancy guy. Look at this. It's kind of a neat rooftop concept. At least it's powered, so somebody's around, right? Not sure what that is, if that's tied to them or what. But okay. That is an in-game base, but this ain't. Nicely done with building it into the wall like that. That's actually pretty cool. Surprised they're able to go that close. 'Cause you got some sandfly people right about there. I think they changed that over to the scrapper one. Because it looks a little beat up, but there's no reason for it to be beat up, so that's interesting. I know, I'm too high up in the air. That's sandflies. That's not... Oh, this goes on. Oh, neat choice there. I thought about putting a wall around mine, but I just ran out of space. Oh, hello. That looks like it's breaking apart. That looks like it might be powered down. Ooh, fancy. Holy cow. You can't wait to get caught looking, you know? Somebody's gonna be like, what are you doing here? Alright. Well, they got a carrier, and they got a sand crawler, and we're burning fuel, but that's okay. Let's go down here and take a look. Okay. Not bad. If you're going to build to where it cuts off a route, that sucks. Don't do that. But if you do end up doing it, at least you took the time to create a throughway. So, it's still not a good idea, but you're not a complete douchebag. So, kudos there. My goodness. This base is so elaborate, it's messing with my frame rate. I'm sorry, this is hideous. I'm trying to be mean. It's just... I know what you were going for, but... That's kind of a neat idea. You know, the... Why do you need so many, though? What are we doing in here? Not gonna lie, I kind of thought there was gonna be a whole lot more inside of there, you know? But I shouldn't judge. You gotta respect the choices for colors. Like, they spent some time making sure this stuff alternated. I don't know if you're watching, you're probably not, but if you are and this is your base, good on you, dude. I mean, that's a level of attention to detail you don't normally see. Yep, I figured out the gilding thing. They're using the swatches too, so they're having fun in the Landsraad. This one's kind of weird looking, but neat. I like that. I like the choice there to, because you don't have to deep in. And in fact, if they'd have gone in, they wouldn't need so many pentashields. They did it anyway. That's what I'm talking about. What do you got in there? Here's some pentashields just for aesthetics, so show that you care without saying that you care. I'll give you on it. Kind of looks like a motor. That is a neat choice. Okay. This is the last one we're going to look at, and then we've got something else we're supposed to be doing. So what I'm getting from this is these are some established bases, and they're running. That's one of the key things. That's kind of a neat idea. I never thought of doing that. That's pretty nifty, dude. Congrats. Oh, that's awesome. Look at this. So we got completely enclosed wind traps using the portals around the outside. Yeah, these are some decent size bases here. I'm not seeing anything that's screaming guild based though, because most of this stuff would be like a solo player like myself who's got, I'm not seeing a building that's got multiple carriers in it, or multiple thopters. Usually it's, they got one of each. What do you have hiding in there? I'm gonna peek. Would have thought for more, but okay. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna say hello, everyone. And that's just to see what Atreides people are there, and if anybody answers me back. New person in the server, so yeah, it obviously wouldn't surprise me if nobody says anything, at least right away. But like I said, I'm here for at least a week, so we'll be chit-chatting away. And now we are going to make our way to good old Arakeen. It's going to be our first stop. Want to check the market, see what the market looks like. What do I want to see? I want to see a decent amount of items and a decent spread of items for sale. And I want to see sensible prices. If I see, like, spice melange going for $1 million a pop, that concerns me, because then that means I'm probably on a duper economy here. My old server, we didn't really have too much of a market. So it was, unfortunately, low population. This would be what's considered a mid population. Once I get over here, I'm going to take a look at the market. We'll see what they're doing, if there's anything on there. And in the event that we do see decent items, even if we don't, we'll pop some stuff up for sale and put it on prices that we think it should go for, what it should be. And we'll see if it sells. I would usually on Pellucidar, I would normally sell spice for like 5K for each one, which was a very low price, but some places it's going for like 150,000 individual, which is ridiculous. It's good to see that on a different server. Arakeen still loads terribly slow. Hey, there's still a donkey here. Good. I knew there would be, but that's going to get annoying. Okay, unique schematics. All right, level 1 gear, 3. It's not bad. Level 3 for 5. $20 hours, so probably a short sale. Here's some level 4 stuff for 5 million. This is nice. This is making me happy. So that's a level 4. And it's at 2 million. Isn't there another one up here? That's a level 3 for 5 million. Just a regular piece of forge pants for 1.5. It's probably the same guy. Might be a little high, my friend. There's a lot of schematics up. 3.5 million. Okay, let's look at weapons. Here is a level 3 Ancient Way for 3 million. Level 1 Burning Blades. It's nice. For 2 million, and a regular set of Burning Blades for 1. Any level 4 chest pieces. Trying to do some no, I'm not seeing. I see a level 3 Idaho's Charge. It's a level 2 Forge wired, so not much for, but that's 1.5 million for a level 2. Not too shabby. 3.5 for a level 1, or for an ungraded, actually. There's a level 5 Ancient Way, 15. How long has it been up? 18 hours, so it's been up for a little while. Black Market Las Gun. A level 3 Black Market Las Gun for 8 million. $25 million for one of them. That is also, that's a level 4 las gun. Huh. So it looks like this is a much, well, it looks like it's a much more active market than what I was used to on my other server. But honestly, this could all be the same dude, you know? I mean, I never saw, I've only seen 1 or 2 las guns ever to be on the market back on the old server. And the fact that I've seen 2 on this one and we're still not done. Okay, there we are. Alright, so not a lot going on in vehicles. Not a lot of that. Let's see if there's any augments. Alright, so they're all grade 1s. Mixed prices here. Everything's 85, so it makes me wonder if it's just one person selling all of them, except for like a couple of these that are coming in. And the fact that they all have a relatively same time frame. And then here, of course, this is going to be the big one. Raw resources. Nope, refined. Spice melange. Not even remotely for sale. 8K for cobalt paste. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So we got 150K per plastanium ingot, but it hasn't sold, and it's only up for 18 more hours. Are they bases or hate symbols? Alright, I'll check them out in just a second. 100K hasn't sold. 100K hasn't sold. 95 hasn't sold. Alright, so this one, I would assume the person didn't put 386. I would think they put 400 or 500, and people were buying them. So this might very well have a 75K per. That is crazy. Tools. I don't know. 50. These are all the same date and time too. So I can't. I'm not buying them. But Kubrick's WIP refinery or Captain Kubrick. Kubrick's WIP base version 3. I don't know who Kubrick is. I know that, movies, but highly doubt that's the same person. Interesting. F to preview, sorry. Oh, there you go. That's rather interesting. I think that was this one. Let's do this guy here. Well, what's the 50 million one? I mean, it's cool. It's cool looking. It's an interesting idea with the open center. I have kind of toyed with the concept of wanting to be able to fly into and straight out of my own hangars. But I do know if you have the openings on both sides, then it does give you the possibility of getting pushed out. I mean, I don't make friends that easily. Oh, my. Oh, that's kind of neat. And, yeah, she took a mint. Thank you for teaching me to preview it. I've never actually looked in these. So, all right. Last thing we're going to do now is we're going to take a little ride out to the deep desert. No one said a word to me. So many, many, many more things on the market than from what my previous server had. Like I said, at this point, that could all be from one person. I highly doubt it is, but that could all be one person. So we're going to keep coming back here multiple times throughout the course of our at least week of being here. And we're going to see what the market does itself. Another good thing about being incredibly overloaded on materials for what we did over the past several weeks, I'll be able to put quite a bit of stuff out up in the market. Not that I need to and or want to, but oh wait, we're gonna go in where we know. I'm gonna work my way across, but I'll be able to put quite a bit of stuff up for sale and just start testing prices and testing responses. You know, if I throw things up there and it constantly gets bought and relatively quickly, then we know we're doing okay. All right, base right away. Small base, but that's fine. Another one. That's good. They are very small. All right, let's do this. So, I'm just going to throw a hello message out, see if anybody answers. Let's head straight north. So if you watched the little series I made, or if you played long enough to know, anytime you have bases back on that shield wall, while they can do everything, they're most likely there just to get plastanium. Possibly even aluminum, and maybe some of the stranger, like the thermonuclear cooler type things and all the crazy stuff. Out here in the sand, that's where the people who are mining either the islands or they're going to the spice fields are going to build out here. So that's what we're doing. No one's talked yet, so that's fine. This is a North America server, so 8:30 on a Saturday should be fine. Should be people around. Connection's good. So I'm going to hit the line for E. In this case, it'll be E7. And then we're going to kind of look to the right, see if we could see any bases. If we can't, that's fine. And then we're just going to run that line straight west. That should put us in a good row to, a good place to see anybody that may or may not have built out here. Would have thought to have seen some pretty quickly out here. Holden, what's going on? Australia. I don't have too many people from there. Okay, so. Uh-oh. People. So he's dropping a buggy off. And that is right on the edge. So where's it could happen? Unsure as to whether or not these are the same people. Ooh. Pretty big setup. Pretty big setup. All right, so there's at least one, maybe two people that we've seen. Oh, there's 64 online now? Uh-oh. So we're going to do this. I know we're going over the time. We're already at 2:30, so. But it's a big day, you know. We moved to a new area. Abandoned all my friends. Oh, Shai Halud got you. No. No. I've actually, like, been flying and doing something else and smashed into stuff and gone over. I hadn't fallen asleep, though. But you know what? Kudos to you, dude. You're sticking to it to the point of exhaustion. Hello. So we got 3 separate bases here. One is just for collecting. This one looks like it's a whole lot more. And this one is probably somebody just getting used to it. I know I'm being judgmental, but that's what I'm supposed to be doing out here. I'm supposed to be making my judgment calls. I'm not looking quality at all. Not at all. Like, let's stop at this one here. So I could be like, oh God, use angles, use corner. Nah, I don't care about any of that crap. I am 100% on functionality. So let's take a look at what we've got here. Double thopters, triple thopters. Looks like they got a buggy option here. Don't see anything in there. They might have tried to hide it over there, or they might be out with it. Oh, looks like we got a carry-all. At least one. Don't know if that's built for two or not, but there's a buggy. So I don't know why they have that bottom garage, but whatever. I don't see any water production. And in fact, there's very few electric. Straight generators here. And it looks like they got a desk still or so. So they're not really a big time operation, and that's fine. If, you know, like I said, if it's getting done, more power to you. But you just kind of get a sense of what people are out here trying to do. I'm not going to push too much further across, but we are, while we're doing this, I'm going to bring up the DD map, and we're going to see while we're looking for other people here. Oh. E3. Not seeing anything up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to push it all the way to the end, because F1 is the first large field. So I'm going to scan by those, and we're going to see hi. I would love to follow them back to wherever it is they're going, but that would be far too obvious. Hello. Alright, so we got some water production. Got a couple big pieces of equipment. Can't really see in there. Don't want to get too crazy. Wow, dudes. You guys have a lot of generators. Holy cow. Okay. Look at this fancy boy up here. Hey, we've seen this. Oh, no. Okay, it's not a spin. Quite a few bases capable of doing sand crawlers, so nice. This makes me wonder what's going on here. And to be honest with you, I would never go down there, because that could very easily be a trap. What they do is they turn their power off, and then when you land, then they turn their power back on, and now you're trapped in there. So we're definitely going to investigate, but we're not investigating that deeply. Decent amount of large bases. Wonder how they're going to take it with somebody else showing up doing it. Alright, where are we? E2. There might still be some builds out here with the first spice build being so close. It's in like F1. Wouldn't surprise me if we've got quite a few buildings up here. There's one. Interesting setup. Okay. All right, well. Things I do. We got some chitter chatter. Okay, so we found the wall. Alright. First spice field should be coming up here soon. Really surprised to see this. This is super close to the edge. Might be getting engaged. You have no idea how bad I want to. It would take so long to put my rockets on. 2 of them now. So, we were engaged immediately. Okay, so that's interesting to getting engaged right away. And there was definitely two of them, and they're working together because otherwise they'd have shot at each other. Um, it looks like Deep Desert might be a fight here, guys. Don't know. So we'll get an idea who these people are and what exactly is going on. Um, I would have to say that well, I wouldn't have to say, but the Run Forest Run um, might have been one of the two. Otherwise, they know I was doing something, or it could just be a general response. So it's not a given. People don't normally in this game talk, which is garbage. You know? First day, first time crossing the line, get shot at. Something else. All right, I'm going to actually call it there, guys, because we are way over time. But that was... Oh, no, I don't have to stay high, man. Why? Rabbit. The rabbit is fast. Um, so I don't know. Let's take a look at this. So I was near a spice field. We're going to actually head out. Like I said, we're going to call it here tonight. So we're out in PvP near a spice field. Somebody wants to shoot at you. That's fine. I am not equipped to fight. I do not have rockets of my own. We are just a scout right now. So I'm not going to be too antagonistic. But we're going to go put all our vehicles together so we can have some options. Probably won't build out here in the deep desert this week. I got, 2 days before the Coriolis storm comes. So, no, it's not enough time to justify coming out here. But we will be building out here Monday, or Tuesday. And we are definitely going to come out here and see what we can find. Seeing a lot of names, a lot of deep desert names. That's pretty good. Maybe a semi-decently active server. Let's see what guild they're with and what rank. Man, are you making me work? Let's see. Forgotten Remnants. Number 3 on the list. Cult of the Worm. That's a leader, too. 4. I didn't get a good enough look when it blew past me, but I was pretty sure that was an Atreides that did that. Not a single Harkonnen in chat. I was going through again to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Is that a small? Wings are going to be an issue here soon. Let's ask a loaded question. Alright, so there you go. You're on. And Snow, apparently, are the ones who just shot at me. I'll have to see if they talk. Now everybody goes quiet. So, by the way, if you're getting chased by somebody and they're trying to shoot at you, statistically speaking, if you're in a small scout version like this, like I am, where I have storage, my cruising speed's 200 kilometers per hour. It's going to be hard for anybody without thrusters to match that. And if they do have thrusters, then they probably can't shoot at you, but they could have some dingleberry stand on top. But yeah, those rockets were not even remotely close to hitting me. If they were going to engage me, they should have done it when we were heading straight at each other. Once I got past them, it was already too late. But we're going to head back to the new Haga Basin, our new home. We got some vehicles to put back together and some more investigations to do. But, man, we almost hit 3 hours. See, I never should have done that 8-hour stream. That was, yeah, booster scout. We'll have to see. Like I said, I'm not going to play in the deep desert too much over the next 2 days. We will build out here in for next week. And we'll bring an assortment of weapons along with us. But anyway, server transfer done. We're in a new spot. We're going to scout it out for the boys. And we're going to see what we can see around here. So for the next week, we'll be doing this. Really glad I got to keep the progress I was doing towards Landsraad stuff. So I still got those 11 missions. I was willing to let them go, but it is what it is. So glad they're still here. Server transferring servers was incredibly easy. I had no complaints. Anything that was stupid was me. So, yeah, I got I had no complaints on that process. So kudos to them. But yep, we're going to call it here. Thank you for watching. If you end up transferring servers yourself, hopefully you learned a couple things from me that you make sure you don't want to do. Biggest things I would say is go ahead and break down that cargo container, because it will not go with you when the base disappears. Make sure your inventory is as empty as possible. But you oh wow, that's new. Not used to seeing that. It's a little weird, guys, because when I came back here, it totally went past my head that I was in a new place. So anyway, yeah. But we'll keep reporting from our new home here and see what it's like. I don't mind getting shot at. I don't mind getting shot at all. Part of the game. I was in the PvP zone. If I don't want to get shot at, I know where to stay. But yeah, okay. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. Like, subscribe, share. Those things always help. Channel is continuing to grow, which is super awesome. I'm going to keep getting videos out, keep doing the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, staying at 6 p.m. And hopefully we'll keep it going. Got to go to New York City tomorrow. Mrs. Rabbit has something special happening, so we're going to be going to New York City. I'll let you know how that goes. But yeah. But we will be back Monday, 6 p.m. to pick up right here where we're left off. We'll just get some vehicles built back up and get things in order a little bit better, and I'll let you know how things are going. So thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you out there. Take care.